Getting started with PrognoCIS. We're going to do a brief walkthrough of this amazing solution for your busy practice. I've logged in here as Dr. Cooper, and I am looking at my personalized homepage. Now, the personalization comes at several levels. We have a filters button, which will allow you to choose the provider or providers, the different encounter types, appointment statuses, as well as locations. Whatever filters are chosen will be tied to that login until you change them. You see across the top of the page, I see the clinical staff that is assigned to me during the day. And then I have shortcuts into my preferences library or patient reminders. But as I look at my schedule, I can get a real-time snapshot with a 60-second auto refresh of my day's patients. Who is ready for checkout? Who is being attended already by the doctor, the nurse, or the MA? Who is ready for the nurse, the MA, or the doctor, or the technician, and so on. This ensures that everyone in the office knows exactly where every patient is within their workflow. Now, for today's sake, I'm just going to open up Victor's chart. He's a patient that has been here before, and he's waiting for me, meaning the MA has already done their job. Now, notice how these alerts are automatically popping up in my face. This is just one level of the built-in communication. We quickly see here, he has tested positive for his drug screening. He's the doctor's wife's brother. He's allergic to latex. Just a few examples as to what you can put on these alerts. Now, I've also got a customized encounter screen. I've chosen that for my follow-up patients, I want to see the last visit progress note, so that as I'm going into the bedside, I can immediately refresh my memory as to what was discussed, what my plan of care was, what the assessment was, any labs and radiologies, and so on. Now, I also have the ability of having multiple face sheets. So in addition to the previous visit, I can look at my Coumadin log, for instance, or my vitals history, or I can go to his default face sheet, which will show me the overview of his medical history, family history, current medications, and so on. If I want to quickly do a refill, for instance, maybe he is visiting today simply to get his refills. If the prescription qualifies, I can simply click the plus RX box so that at the end of the examination, the prescription is written and ready to be given to the patient. Now, let's say Victor also has had some labs, and I want to review the labs with him today. So along my encounter menu, which is also customizable by my workflow preferences, I'm just going to go on in here and look at his results, and I can choose to do that individually by each order or at a history level by looking at a matrix. Now, the matrix allows you flexibility of customizing also at a category level, a test level, and so on. I'm just going to go ahead and look at all of Victor's labs at a test level. And in the matrix form, you'll see that based on his encounter history, I can scroll through and see at a quick glance all of his lab results. And then based on whether they are abnormally high or low, if there are attachments, if I need to go in and actually read the lab result numbers, I can do that at the click of a mouse. Now, if I need to go ahead and do some more ordering on today's visit, when I am on my assessment screen after I have completed my examination and I have chosen to diagnose my patient and put in my plan of care, I can easily down here say what labs I would like to order simply by coming in and selecting them. If I need to add comments, I can. Notice it is automatically part of my plan. And now that I am completed my patient's visit for today, I can quickly come up here and indicate that he is now ready for checkout. And when I go to my home page and I look at Victor's status, it now has changed to the color pink because pink is my color coding for ready for checkout. But notice, unlike Sally Windows where it actually says the word checkout, for Victor it says process L and D. And as I click over there, my tooltip tells me the whole status is ready for checkout, process lab, dispense drugs. That lets my front desk know, one, they're ready to leave because I'm done with them, but before the patient leaves, they need to be given their lab requisition and their prescriptions. Now, in the case of Sally Windows, since she has nothing outstanding, I'm just going to go ahead and check her out and complete the encounter. This is easily done by going to the encounter close option from her encounter. This summary would let me know if there is anything else outstanding that I may have missed. And when it's ready, I can simply say mark encounter complete sign off. And I have the ability to create the claim. Now the claim will automatically create in conjunction with closing the encounter, or if I needed to leave the encounter open, I could simply create the claim on demand. Now the meaningful use dashboard, if you are going for meaningful use, will automatically pop up and let me know whether or not this encounter is compliant. So you can see very quickly from arriving an encounter, the documentation and closing out and ordering is very simple and always at your fingertips.